Yeah, hope a very good evening to you. Now, welcome to the birthday show. In the 254, I'm talking about my make. What's your make? Leo tuko live from the International Youth Fellowship headquarters of Thika Road behind Safari Park Hotel, right next to USIU. Na kama kawa, leo tuko na amazing topic tunaenda kubreak down. So, kabla tuendele sana, make sure pia unatufollow across our social media platforms at the Emory Hotel. Follow at Edivoke 254 Entertainment na pia Nibs College. So juu ya hiyo story, unaweza comment pia, be part of our conversation, tuambie what do you feel or what do you think about the conversation that we are going to talk about right now. So kabla tuendele sana, anyways, by the way, being a Sato najua kuna venye day yako imekuwa nini, let me know place una watch kutoka na pia umekuaje ukispend day yako. But kabla tuendelee, let's take a very quick commercial break, and then when we come back, I'll be telling you who is in the building. Yeah, and we are back. In case you're joining us right now, there is my make sure, and there is how we do this each and every Saturday, Sunday, 5:30 all the way to 6 p.m. So right about today, tuko na amazing guest. Actually, amekuwa akiwork na my youth for the longest time I know, but anakam on board to break down about that. So I'm talking about the Director International Youth Fellowship. Youth Fellowship is NGO, which is, I think he's coming on board to break more about that. So I'm talking about the one and only Mr. Evans Mutiga. Hey, Mr. How are you? Wanasema ni kugota siku hizi. Yes. So Sato yako imekuaje, like how was your plans and so forth?
Week has been tight.
Okay.
Ni mzuri kuingia kwa weekend. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. It's my pleasure.
Asante.
Yes. So talking about the youths, okay, what comes to your mind ukiona my youth or when you think about youths?
Actually, youth ni a very big group, but symbolism ya youth actually kwa society ni hope.
Okay.
Without the youth kwa society, hakuna hope. Unajua wao ndio wanakupea that future, kuna hope pale mbele. Ukiangalia this period of pandemic, hatujakuwa affected much by COVID because we have a very youthful population.
Okay.
Ukiangalia countries zilikuwa na wazee
yeah.
Youth is means hope, I think.
So in other way, youths are strong and so forth kitu ka hiyo. So okay, talking about the youths, na feel kama how are you able to identify that who youth anapeana hope? I mean, if ni anapeana future in a few, how are you able to identify that indeed who youth ni hope such like?
Yeah. Even though wanasema kila jina ina make mtoto ana grow, si ndio? But
okay.
Youth, even though kila mtu ni youth, si youth wote wana live up to the name youth.
Yeah, exactly.
Kumekuwa na many distractions, kumekuwa na vitu mingi zinawasumbua kwa society.
Yep.
So youth wame develop into a new form, a new group, unajua. Wao ndio wana create future, so inaenda ikiharibika zaidi na zaidi because the youth hawaja live to their name.
Okay.
Their name to be called youth.
Okay. I think some of the vitu zenye zina affect my youth kama tunaweza sema ni drug abuse, wengine wamepotelea huko ndani. I think that brings us to another topic utakuwa una breakdown baadaye about drugs and so forth. Yeah, so I mean, what makes your NGO okay, kwanza kuna msee ana watch for the first time, especially all the youths. So kuna mtu bado labda National Youth fellowship, but ajue exactly what are you doing makes your NGO unique than other NGOs.
So Youth Fellowship iko unique in many aspects.
Okay.
Hiyo pila tunasema ya hope na to make the youth to realize their true potential. Na pia we want to impact, to give the youth that power so that they can be able to live up to their name. So International Youth Fellowship was founded in the year 2001.
Okay.
Through the dream actually of one guy from USA. He was called Andy.
Okay.
So through Andy, he came to International Youth Fellowship. Time haikuwa na jina, but he came and participated into the a lot of change. You know, alikuwa a drug addict, alikuwa msee wa gang. But when he came and he added this change because main branch so when he went to South Korea for an exchange program, life yake return out kabisa. So many youth leaders and successful people, they came chini and they came up with the name International Youth Fellowship. So Kenya iliingia in 1994. Tumekuwa sasa same programs in universities, colleges, even in prison. Wako na juvenile prisons, watu ambao already hawajakuwa youth but wanaelekea kuwa na youth.
Okay. So okay, mimi nikikucheki as pia ni msemo youth. I mean kuna vitu mob unaweza kuna do sahi, but why did you decide unadai tu for the youth alone?
A product of programs.
Okay.
Nikigrow up, did struggle a lot in drug addiction. Nilikuwa very into, I had given up a lot of things in life, but when I came to International Youth Fellowship like 10 years ago, see mbali sana.
Okay.
So 10 years ago I met with International Youth Fellowship.
Okay.
Now I learned new direction of life. A new perspective about life. 2010, 2011, got a chance to go out as an overseas volunteer for 1 year. They have a program like that. I went to Uganda for 1 year, and through that 1 year, it is like you give your youth, you exchange to gain other people's heart. But after coming back through this 1 year, I realized one secret, and this secret is living for others actually is living for yourself. So that is why I'm continuing work of the youth. Living for others, true meaning living.
Okay. I think that brings us to a very quick commercial break as we watch this video. For more about the International Youth Fellowship, let's check it out.
Since 2001, we have always embarked on new challenges. We have endlessly pushed forward in order to give joy and hope to the youth. After 16 years, IYF has currently established 184 branches worldwide and is raising many youth to become leaders of the future. Now we are the results of we changed one country's future. Problems has been established. Furthermore, ministers who attended the forum identified the IYF World Cultural Camp as a method to address youth problems in their countries, and expressed their approval and support. In addition, by introducing the IYF to their own government, they helped us to meet their presidents and prime ministers. Thus, this became an immense platform for IYF to help the youth all across the world. IYF is ushering in a new future, whereby the youth of the world challenge to transcend their boundaries and limitations, change their lives from the heart, and obtain a cooperative mindset that goes beyond race and nationality. IYF teaches true sharing and volunteering, which focus on putting others before oneself. Now, together with you, we want to become the stepping stone that the youth can trust and help them to go beyond Korea and transcend the world. The youth who are with IYF shall be the shining stars of the world.
All right, and we are back. That video breaks down more about the International Youth Fellowship, and actually you can join. Make sure you follow them across all social media platforms, and you can be part of hope, giving hope and living for others as well. So, kama ndo unatujoin, we are here live from the International Youth Fellowship headquarters, and we are based hapa hivi off Thika Road behind Safari Park Hotel, right next to USIU. So in the building, niko na the one and only Director International Youth Fellowship, Mr. Evans Mutiga. And so far so good, tumekuwa tukiongea more about the International Youth Fellowship. Kuna kitu nimekuwa nikisikia about the mindset. Okay, like kuna necessity of mind. I mean, how you as a director, how are you able to identify that maybe a certain group of youths are having the right mind and maybe some youths are not having the right mind? How are you able to identify that?
Yeah, actually, wanasema in the next 5 to 10 years, hakutakuwa na illiteracy. Kila mtu atakuwa amekuwa educated. But 21st or 22nd illiteracy itakuwa those people who do not know the world of the heart. The world of the heart ni very unique in terms of is an unseen world, ni kama upepo. Watu wanaamini kuna upepo because they see its effect.
Okay.
The world of mind is same. A world of mind see visible, but you can be able to see according to the deterioration of the society. Actually, 5 years ago, hakukuwa na so much death in terms of suicide, in terms of kwa shule saima unique kuna ma crimes of passion.
Sure.
Kuna katia dema na kataa unamuua. Sindio? Kuna those crimes of passion zinakuwa brought about by a wrong mindset. So who develop a very weak mindset, they generate a society that is as a weak mind. Those people who have a different mindset ambaye ni ya overcome difficulties, overcome challenges, go over burdens, also the society inakuwa depicted in the same way. So ukiangalia all the successful people, they are not just successful. Behind them there's a certain mindset that propelled them to success. You go and check Bill Gates, check Steve Jobs, even our most recently Chris Kirubi.
Okay.
Behind them kuna mindset ambayo imewa lead to live that life. See, because opportunities maybe zilikuwa pale ama nini, but when you search through their history, you can be able to realize there is a certain thing that made them to live that successful life. Wakona like pillars. Ukienda kama Steve Jobs alikuwa ana consider time very important.
Okay.
Alikuwa anasema if today was your last day, in one of his quote, if today was your last day, would you do what you are about to do right now? So for him, hata ukiangalia for all the concept alifanya launch ya phones za Apple, hakuna pali amevaa suti hata mara moja.
Okay.
So one mtu alimuuliza kwa nini mtu kama wewe a CEO you don't fancy yourself na ujirepresent kama a CEO, but he said kama na plan kuvaa suti lazima ni match tie, ni match shoes na sina hiyo time, time
waste of time. Yeah.
So all of them they have some pillars that is leading them. Sometimes wanaita discipline, but it's not about discipline, it's about the mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, those people on the opposite, visit many prisons. Nimekuwa na programs also in the juvenile prisons, even in Kamiti and other places.
Okay.
Those people who are in prison, people they think ni vichwa ngumu. Unajua ni wale warui wale. But when you meet hit them individually, actually people with very weak hearts, unajua, they tried to solve their problems using simple ways, unajua, like stealing. Like me, nilianza drugs nikiwa mdogo sana because nilisikia different concept about drugs. Unajua, sometimes watu wengine pia wako kwa drugs lakini waliingia because walikuwa wanafuata a certain trend, unajua. So not because they have a strong heart ama wako ni watu ambao maybe wako stubborn, but ni mind iko very weak. Sure. If they are able to strengthen their mind, then wanaweza ishi a very different kind of life.
All right. All right. I think you've mentioned about some great leaders previously and so forth, but my concern is for the sake of somebody who is watching right now. I mean, umekuwa na youth for a long period right now, and naweza sema meet like kila kind of a youth maybe. But what kind of evidence are you having that indeed this mind, this strong heart or strong mind you're trying to instill in them is working?
For a start, ni first case study. An example of it. It was worked very well for me. Also, tuko na current programs ambazo ziko very successful. Tumekuwa tukirana program in universities and colleges. Now, when I see those youth now, like 2 or 3 years later, even after graduation, they are the people. Because actually, the biggest problem education system about tuko nayo currently, it does not give the ability for the youth to think. So when you meet them, they cannot be able to think very well. So we have a pool of many guests. Maybe as you do this show, I will introduce to some of them. Wakuje kwa your show. They talk about their real experience during your show of how they have been able to change. But tuko na a lot of very successful stories. Most of them I'm working with them now. But others wako in different spheres kwa this country. Many of them also, they are now venturing into government work. So in the next 10 years, actually, Kenya will be led by IYF products. Watu ambao wamepitia the mindset training, because automatically they will see how they do their work versus those people ambao hawajalan kuhusu mind education ni totally different. So they will stand out in any place that they go. So to become the leaders of this nation.
Oh, that's so amazing indeed. So I think we need to take another event. But before you do that, I want to know, I mean, you as the director international, what determines as far as youths are concerned? So
for makes me grateful as I the youth. You know, the youth are the most comfortable people to work with. The older generation, because they have a lot of experience. They call it experience. They are very difficult to change their mind. You know, but the youth, they are very flexible. They say sometimes they are like a sponge. If you put sponge in water, it sucks in water very well. But problem also, if you remove it from water, it loses water at the same speed. So the youth, I think they need that constant. They need to be dipped into the water continuously. So they need to be made to experience joy continuously by allowing them try different things and to think. You teach them how to think. You teach them the relationship between desire and self-control. You teach them all these aspects to be able to manage their mind. And then through this, they will become joyful people.
All right. Okay. So is it true that maybe some of the youths, those who are considered to be having a weak heart or a wrong mindset, are mostly engaging in drugs abuse and so forth, stuffs like that?
Sure. Actually, the main pillar of drug abuse and also addiction ni mindset. Because if they have a platform where they can be able to exchange with other youths, and also they can be able to build a stronger mind through exchange, meeting and also incorporating things together, then automatically they will have a strong mind. Addiction actually is not about maybe people trying to become happy through those ways. Addiction is not because people have money they want to spend on those things, but addiction actually is brought about by isolation.
Okay.
Because many youth, they are isolated. The world now is very competitive. The society is teaching, even from beginning, even from your parents, you are taught to be better than your brothers, to
Sure.
be better than your sisters.
Sure.
So, is like the society has made us to become competitors in every field, not people who can be able to work together in information and grow. Even when you come to different industries, even the institutions that are working for people, they are also still competing.
Okay.
So that mindset of competition has affected every area. So that is why even corruption is very high,
Sure.
even because of that. But for the youth, the biggest problem actually is isolation.
Okay.
It's isolation because they are isolated. They don't have a time to engage into meaningful and also things that makes them happy apart from drugs and substances.
Okay, I think that brings us to another quick break as I had mentioned earlier, and pia inatupeleka segment yetu ambayo inaitwa street. Ili happen street engage what's really the main cause of drug. We kama na mbono unapata drug so easily. We want one and only, and these are the views that you said to say. Have a look and then we'll be right.
Hi guys, tuko hapa kwa sababu ya street hangout. I'm your host Betty. Tuko tunauliza my youths why they are engaging themselves in drugs. Drugs were saying like this thing is real. Sasa tunataka kuuliza raw and rare kwa street. Let us ask, why are youths engaging themselves? Ready, let's go. Unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Max.
Kwa sababu ya show inaitwa street hangout.
Okay.
Sasa leo tunauliza vijana, what do you think is making youth to engage in drugs?
Okay, like for now, kwanza kwenye situation niko with all the COVID-19 thing, so unapata like imeaffect wase wengi, wengine wanapoteza kazi, so ile stress unapata like unajua tu stress ya pesa. Kwanza kama una pesa by the way kitu unafanya bila pesa, so unapata hiyo stress inafanya msee mpaka na engage in drugs, yani to at least ease the stress, unaona. For some nini pia unapata, for some others ni family issues, because we are, you know, issues, so unapata like these family of nini feel like you're not comfortable and at least you want to like do something at least to just get off with the family issues and stuff. So also peer pressure, I think, for peer pressure, because you know what was they can influence you to do drugs, which is not a good thing sometimes, and it's only those now experimenting because they just want to feel how it's. So yeah, and maybe I don't know, I think I only know, maybe.
Asante sana. Mmesikia Maxi amesema family issues, amesema stress, umesema mingi. So it's you guys to choose for yourself. Hata tuende kwa msee mwingine. Asante sana Maxi. Thank you. Sasa umetoka mtaa gani? Tuko hapa juu ya show. Tunauliza mbona youths they are engaging themselves into drugs. Unafikiria mbona youths wanajiengage drugs?
Okay, for me, say the reasons to why youth are into drugs. I know reasons. Actually, me, I feel like that nowadays youth, like they we don't believe them. You see, but according to other people, because maybe you judge the parents. So not for them reason to kama like let me just go to drug. I forget and everything. So I can say that the main reason as to why. Because this generation, like, it's hard upate mse anaelewa, like they understand you, especially when ni teenager ama like an adult, unaona. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Umesikia wase amesema sana sana ni stress, but they don't understand you. Yani vitu mob they are making people to engage in drugs. Sasa tuende kwa mawizo wengine tusikie na hao wanasema aje. Naitwa nani? Karen. Tuko hapa kwa sababu ya show inaitwa Street Hangout. Leo tunauliza vijana, what do you think is the reason mbona watu wanajiengage kwa drugs?
Mostly because of stress, depression, anxiety, na other mental disorders.
Asante sana. Umesikia huyu amesema because of stress, anxiety, mental disorders, like kitu moja basic nimeona wase wanasema sana stress, like stress is been a lot. So umeona guys, what are the causes ya watu kujiengage kwa drugs? Pia wewe to show una feel because gani inafanya mayouth wanajiengage kwa drugs. Tada!
Jia. So Maxwell anasema kama mayouth wengi maybe wana fall into drugs because wengi wako na stress, alafu wengine wakisha lose job unafeel ni kama una hope tena, so unapata umejifall into drugs. Like are you agreeing with that?
It's just a factor, but it's not a cause. It's not a cause. The main cause actually kuna fundamental reason na pia kuna superficial reason. Superficial reason inaweza kuwa hizo family problem, maybe rejection, nini.
Okay.
But ukienda deeper into the fundamental reason, fundamental reason is because their heart is weak, their mind is weak. You can compare, ukichukua mkate upige ngumi, si ndio? Na uchukue mawe alafu upige ngumi. The difference is mawe, because it is hard, it can be able to resist the pressure.
Sure.
Sure. Also there is two types of glasses. Kuna kioo ya kawaida na kuna bulletproof glass.
Sure.
Both of them ukiziangalia huwezi jua ni gani ndio bulletproof. But the moment una apply pressure on those two, unaweza jua ni gani iko bulletproof ambayo haiko. So even in the hearts of many youths, because they have that a weak mind, they cannot be able to overcome difficulties, they cannot be able to overcome problems. Even, as I said, those successful people, not because they do not have burdens, they do not have problems. Yes, there was opportunity, but even opportunity, this is another old topic for mind education, even opportunity does not come to everyone. Opportunity comes to those people who are prepared. Those people who prepare, they are able to get that opportunity.
Sure.
So I cannot equate drug abuse to lack of job, family situation. Yes, it can trigger. It can, even me, it triggered. When I was young, I entered into drugs because of family problems. But later on, when I learned about mind education, I was easily able to overcome drug addiction. So it's not about the family. Family is just a trigger ambayo ina push mtu, but si cause.
Okay. What about this lady mwenye aitwa Banis amesema maybe ile kutokuwa openness, yani I think same thing you mentioned, isolation.
Because they are isolated, hawana exchange.
Okay.
Unajua, ukiweka maji place moja, ikiwa stagnant, inaanza kurot, si ndio? But we have clean water ni ina flow continuously, si ndio? So when people are together, especially in the society, wakilearn exchange, si ndio? How to exchange. Exchange ni, kama uko na burdens, ama uko na difficulties, uko na outlet, si ndio? Kuna pali unaweza toa hiyo information. Ndio maana unahitaji, even those people who are ahead of us, we need like mentors, not only in terms of success, we need mentors for our individual life. Uko na msee ambao, kama uko na difficulty in your life, kuna mtu unaweza enda umwambie direct, niko na issue. Hata kama si a successful person, ni mtu ambao mko even same level, ambao unaweza speak freely.
I think you've mentioned about successful. Okay, according to you, what's the definition of someone who is successful?
For us, I define it according to our program for mind education.
Okay.
Success is the life of endless challenges. If you learn how to live the life of overcoming challenges continuously, then I consider you a successful person, because you have learned the mentality to move forward continuously. So success to me is living the life of going over difficulties and challenges continuously.
Okay. Well, hivyo ndo kuko, hivyo ndo kunaenda na tuko live from the International Youth Fellowship headquarters. Na so far umekukisikia from the Director International Youth Fellowship. But sir, before I let you go, I think previous like 3 weeks ago, tuliona kwa news kama kumekuwa na mental inaitwaje, mental health kituka hiyo, especially kwa police. So many police walikuwa ni kama wako affected na mental health. Maybe according to you, unafeel kama hii inakuwa, which is the cause of mental health?
Mental health actually is our main focus kwa mind education.
Okay.
That is why Tumepartner pia na National Police Service. Tuko na program ambayo tuna roll out soon ya mind education training for police officers, DCI na pia even in prison.
Okay.
Because they are meeting watu ambao wako na problem ya mind. So with this tunaanza pia hiyo program. I think biggest problem actually overall superficial problem ya hii ni mind education. Yeah. And because of this actually we try a lot to have engagements. Actually we have an upcoming event.
Okay.
This is a youth camp. It will be running from the 13th to 17th of July.
Okay.
It is a bringing together of the youth and introducing mind education to them. If they feel the program is good for them, then wanaweza break down wailete hata kwa shule, waipeleke kwa workplaces in the offices, waipeleke kwa prisons, waipeleke in all spheres of life. Wanaweza break down even into those. From 13 to 17 itakuwa like a full week program, but session ni 3. Morning, afternoon, na evening. Yeah, and also they will be streamed all over in the pages, and also I think through your link tutashare na the poster of the event.
Okay.
And they can be able to get
So there is, in other words, there is an online event.
It is an
So
online
any other requirements?
No, it's a free event.
Okay.
You can register through the link, which is there, registration.iwf.kenya.org.
Okay.
So you can register, fill out the short application form, then you are good to go.
Okay. So maybe kwa youth mwenye anaangalia sahi, mwenye ana check show, ni benefit gani atapata yeye after attending this event maybe?
First, ambayo inakuanga basic ni certificate.
All right.
But apart from the certificate, you'll be able to get the full introduction to what mind education is. Second, also, you'll be able to, IYF offers internship programs to students ambao wameconnected na IYF. Pale pia tuko na GBS TV, a TV station, ambayo tunaweza offer. Pia tuko na an international high school, kwa wale maybe wanafanya education.
Okay.
Tuko na college pale, pia wale wanafanya education wanaweza come and wana practice pale. So tuko na such opportunities. Apart from that, also tuna create a platform pale, youth wanaweza meet pana, kuwa na free communication, na free talk. Pale tutakuwa na many performances, cultural performances, African, from abroad, and also the founder of IYF also will be there to guide through the mind education program.
Sure. So maybe the last one, I mean, which point youth anafaa kuwa amefika aseme now I'm successful?
Apaswi kufika any point feel kumekuwa successful. Because anapaswa kuishi the life, success is not a destination. Okay. Success ni a continuous process. So if ni kama if you cycle a bicycle for 1 kilometer, the moment you stop cycling inaanguka. So it doesn't mean because you may cycle for 1 kilometer now uko sawa, unaweza simama mpaka ikupeleke pale unaenda. So success to a youth is living that life of overcoming difficulties until they die. Hiyo ndio last option.
Okay.
So they need to live that life continuously.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Director, International Youth Fellowship, and we really hope that we can continuously work with you in this program of mentoring youths and also ensuring that we transform their lives as far as mindset is concerned and other programs as well. So a very many thanks for hosting me today. So our viewer, wherever you are watching from, I wish ningepeana ma shoutouts, lakini wase ni wengi, so nitakuwa nawapea ma shoutouts maybe kesho Sunday. So for now, itabidi tu tumalize hapa. So in my make sure there is where we host a successful leaders to come and talk about what they do in a daily basis to make a living. Above all, they get to give hope, transform the life of the youth as well. So it has been amazing show, I think. So let's do this again next time, and a very special thanks for watching. Tupatane kesho, same time, same place. Blessings. Thank you so much.
Popo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.